everyone, the Flying Scotsman here, and welcome to this video. Today I'm here at the office because I've got a few changes I want to make to the office computer. Well, my office machine. Now, some of you will be aware that in the past week or so, well, at the time of recording, the past week or so, I received a new server from Sansui 358. Received very, very gratefully. Thank you very much, by the way. Now that did, as a positive consequence, leave me with this. This is the motherboard and CPU combo that went to my old server. And, you know, it's really quite good. This is it's a Gigabyte G41 motherboard. It has a Core 2 Duo E8400 in it at the moment, but that could easily be changed out for something a wee bit newer. What about a Q9550? I mean, I could put a Q9550 in here and it would be a whole new machine. I mean, can you imagine, for example, if I was basically just to, you know, whip out a Q9550 and say, right, this is what we're going to do. We're actually going to put a really good quad-core processor in to this office machine. Well, that is exactly what we're going to do. So, let's get it started. Now, the old heatsink and fan assembly is still attached, so before I do anything I have to get that off. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be in the best of health at the moment. I mean, it runs fine. It's just when you start it up, it kind of has this horrible kind of whirring noise, and that's really not that cool. It's like, meh. And I forgot to bring any lubricating oil. I also forgot my own screwdrivers. Yeah. So I'm having to use the office's set, and the screwdriver, well, it has its own set of problems. For example, yeah. So basically I have to press down on anything that I want to unscrew in order to try and get anything like the amount of torque I would want from it. And that just does not seem to be working for this cooler. So I guess what we're going to do is we're just going to sit here all morning and well, we're going to test all different kinds of screws until we find one that we like, that the cooler likes, and then I can get on with the rest of the job. So this is going to be quite entertaining, trying to divorce the CPU cooler from the socket. See, when I put this together 2 years ago, you know how it is, you never really give any thought to how you might want to detach it again. Yeah. So I'm going to have a go at this. And I'll come back when we've sorted. With a wee bit more persuasion, I've managed to unconjoin this cooler from the motherboard. So that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out some wet wipes, which probably should belong in the kitchen cabinet drawer. I'm going to get out some wet wipes when I'm done. Well, actually now. And I'm going to clean off the processor and the coolers, and then we can start with a fresh gloop of thermal paste on the quad core. There we go. Shine it up real nice. These are good chips, these 8400s. I'll be honest, they really are. I just fancied something a wee bit more quad core. That's a good cup of tea right there. So, there we go. Yes, and I am aware that I've just ripped apart what essentially has been my home infrastructure over the last 2 years. So now it's time to fit the new CPU. Now, with these CPUs, you'll usually have some sort of line or kink on the motherboard, on the socket somewhere. So for example, you'll see on this one, there's a couple of lines down at the edge here. And they will correspond with a couple of nicks on the CPU. So you want to get those in. You want to get those in straight. CPU should not need to be forced down. So with that in mind, let's see if we can do this. Okay. Excellent. So now we have the quad core CPU installed. Now, due to the situation with the screwdriver, what I'm going to have to do is something I'd rather not do, and that's install the heatsink after I have mounted the motherboard in the case. And something else that I'd rather not do, but I'm going to anyway, is to use this pushpin heatsink until I can get some WD on the other one. There we go. So that is all nice and shined up as well. So, good. First of all, we need to fit an I/O shield, and I have just the one. There we go. This gigabyte board has more I/O than the ASRock board did. Because for a while, I mean, the Medion's motherboard didn't work. It was dead. It was gone. It was an X motherboard. You know, but you know, I took everything off of it and put it onto the ASRock board that was in the other case, and I set it up, powered it up, and it was just fine. So, with that in mind, let's see if we can mount this board. Okay, so we are about done with mounting the motherboard in the case. Now it's time to drop a heatsink on the Pro sketch card. So essentially what I want to do here is drop like, oops, a pea-sized amount of cooler onto the CPU. It's probably a bit too much. Never mind. And then I will grab this cheap, nasty AVC cooler. Move this out of the road. Might be an idea. And then we'll drop it onto the CPU. Right, so I have the CPU in, have the expansion cards in, and I've got the board connected. So, well, I think it's time that we took this machine for a test toast. Yeah, this board likes to do that sometimes. And it seems that we are in business. Yikes. Yeah, it's because I accidentally flicked the CMOS battery out of this board. So there we are. The machine posts. Obviously, you know, there is one thing I would like to know, and that is this. I have a couple of graphics cards here that did not want to work with the ASRock board, and I would like very much to know if you know, that was the fault of the ASRock board, or if I just got a bunch of faulty cards. So I think what we'll do is we will find that out. Got this very natty looking NVIDIA card, so I'll start with it. Right. Okay, so let's unplug from there and plug into here. If this works, I have a DVI cable that I'll use. Right. Wait a minute, it's working. Wow. Well, that's a turn up for the books. So, with that said, I think this system is a go. Really. Great success. But what I want to do now, obviously, is just to get this all connected up and, well, get this button back up, and I think what I will do is, obviously I think, you know, definitely a reinstall of Windows 7. But before I do that, obviously I want to, you know, get my keys out using Bellarc. Well, that's a nice surprise. Been brought a nice cup of tea, and well, this PC is up and running. Okay, so I have my product keys saved. Turns out it wasn't Bellarc Advisor I needed at all. It was something else. I got the something called the key grabber, I think it is. Can't mind. Oh yeah, key finder. And yeah, basically I was able to use that to go and find me a product key. So let's clean install Windows, shall we? I have a USB key, easy to boot. It's got Windows 7 on it. So what I'm going to do here, just going to pop the USB key into the computer and let's shut this machine down. Okay, so I'm going to boot from, oh sugar, no we're not. Where is my head? So let's boot from, I think USB hard drive. There we go. So I know this board can boot from USB because that's how I installed Debian on it when it was MILF. Or did I? No, I don't believe I did actually. And basically set that server up inside a Dell Optiplex 380. And then I moved it over to the Gigabyte board, which I bought specifically for the server because it was a good price. I think it came with a processor as well, if I remember, something like a Pentium or a Celeron or something like that. Alright. Whoops. Well, I don't know where the oh, that's weird. This monitor doesn't have an auto adjust button. Just got to do it manually from the menu. Oh well. This is a UK Model M, and I usually find disk part is a good way just to clear a partition table. So that's what we'll do. Less disk. Oh, and the media card reader is plugged in. Select disk 0. Clean. Not clean. Not clear. Clean. Obviously, it's taken a good long time. But it's done, and now I can go into Windows Setup itself, and we can get installing Windows. Because this version of Windows has been unlocked, shall we say, so that it will install any given version, I can actually select what version I want to install. So I'm going to install Windows 7 Professional 64-bit. And yeah, away we go. So this will take some time, so I will rejoin you once we're at the desktop. Well guys, we may have hit a slight snag. I don't know how this has happened. Oh, apparently this copy of Windows is not genuine. I think the CMOS battery's let go. Yeah. Thanks for that. And because... ah, jings. There we go. Right, I think what's happened here is that because the clock has reset itself to 2010, Windows 10 has decided it's no longer genuine. I mean, it wasn't genuine in the first place, in that I'd not actually put the product key in. But yeah, I'm not happy about this. Slightest thinking to set the bloody activation off. Microsoft, they always go on about being a... they always seem to blacklist keys. I hate it when they come up with the notice going, you may be a victim of software counterfeiting. No. 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 I'm not a victim of software counterfeit. I'll tell you what I am a victim of. Your corporate greed. You absolute bunch of dingleberries. Stop black. Good news, everyone. I found a product key which is perfectly valid, so the machine is now up and running properly. The bad news is it's time for me to shut down. So I'm actually going to have to, well, I'm going to have to end this video. Really sorry I didn't get to do any cool stuff with the machine, like, I don't know, install the drivers. But, with that said, I hope you all did enjoy watching this video. And I hope you'll all join me for my next one. Oh, James Crivens. Give me strength, Windows. You have to do that right now. Oh, no, it's actually shutting down. It's very blurry, but yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, the FrankenMedion. And it's got bits of MILF in it. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good way to end this video. Okay. So what happens when I call my server stupid kind of sexual names or stuff, you know, had the... My server's full name was milf.fanny.local. Does not get better, does... I do not get better with age. Yeah, we've ascertained that. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and please do join me for my next one. Cheery bye.